Okay, I think we're ready to do this. Hello, everybody. Welcome to another live vidIQ training session. My name is Liron. I'm the Director of Customer Success here at vidIQ. This is going to be fun. This is going to be awesome. Thank you guys for hanging out in the chat. I saw MC Red Panda's already here. You guys have been chatting up a storm, which is brilliant. As you know, Super User Techmod, nice to have you here. Nice for you to be here. And for the rest of you, thank you for being here and hanging out. Okay, I think I've said thank you enough times. All right, so this is a couple of minutes. We're kind of like to get going a little bit earlier than the kind of kickoff time, which is the top of the hour. It's 12 o'clock on my time, so it's about give or take 10 or so minutes. I like to get on and just have a chat with you guys, see how everybody is doing. Let me know, are you guys new here? If you are new, start with hashtag new here in the chat here. So let's hello to some people. Tanishk Basal, hello, nice to have you here. Everything is here, hello, nice for you to be here. Okay, nice. Oh, MC Anime Plays, cool. Oh, look at all these new people, guys. All right, awesome. Okay, so lots of new people. This is going to be fun. I just want to make sure you guys can hear me. Hello from Africa. What's up? I'm from South Africa originally. Nice to have Africa in the house. Nice to be here. So this is how this thing is going to run. This section is essentially divided into two sections, okay? The first section is a pre-recorded session. I know, why would you do a pre-recorded session on a live stream? Well, this is what it's from. Hey, the Solar Channel, nice to be here. I'm from Dallas as well, so cool. How's the heat we're having? So this is, the first section is divided into two sections. The first bit is a pre-recorded session. Why do we pre-record that? Well, because that is the exact steps that you guys need to take to rank your videos. Get more subscribers, get more views. That's why you're here, right? Because that's why I'm here. I'm here to help you get more subscribers, more views. Let me know in the chat if that's why you're here, with a thumbs up in the chat, if this is why you're here. You want subscribers, you want views. So the reason I pre-record that first session is because lots of people will kind of listen sort of to this training, and then they'll go back and they go, oh, what did he say about trending? What did he say about viral? What did he say about getting more eyeballs on the video? And then you can just go back and then watch the training. Now, when you are in training mode, you don't want to be interrupted by me saying, hey, look at all these thumbs up here. Who's from Cape Town? Hey, Vule's from Cape Town. Hey, how's it, Vut? Nice to have you here. So you don't want that interruption, because you are in learning mode. That is why it's important for me to record that first bit, because it's everything you need to know to get more views and more subscribers. That is critical. Guys, I'm sharing with you today the exact steps that I take, not only on my personal channel, but on channels with millions of subscribers and channels who are just getting started. I am teaching you what you actually need to do. We're going to get super practical. This is not about make good thumbnails. We know about that already. This is about getting you stuff, how to make YouTube love you. That's essentially what it boils down to. I am going to show you exactly how to do that. So that's the first bit. It is pre-recorded. Somebody in the chat will ultimately say, oh, this is pre-recorded. It's not really live. Yes, it is pre-recorded, that first bit. Then the second bit of the training is when I come back on, and then you and I have a chat. We're going to have, you guys can ask me questions, anything to do with YouTube, your channel, things of that nature, and then I'm happy to answer. Remember, we're not doing channel reviews today. That happens on a Tuesday with the cool guys who do the Tuesday audits. This is very, very different. This is practical steps that you need to know how to grow your channel. So that is why we're here. This is what we're here for. Now, if you're here for spamming or you're here for sub, you can leave right now, because this is not going to help you. You're looking for a hack or a quick way. This isn't what this is about. This is for real YouTubers who want to do the real work. At the end of the day, sub for subs will destroy your channel. I don't understand why in 2020 we're still talking about sub for subs, but people are here saying, hey, watch my channel and I'll watch yours, or do you want to be my friend? You know, look, come on, guys. When you do that, you're just ruining your channel. And for the love of everything, do not go and buy views and buy subscribers. What will happen is you might get away with it for a bit. They're thinking, oh, cool, I got a leg up. and then you put some real work into your channel, and then YouTube is smart enough to pick that up and then yanks your channel down because you've done something to artificially inflate your channel. That's against YouTube terms of service, and then all that hard work goes out the window. Do not do sub for sub. Do not do buying views, buying subscribers. It's just terrible, terrible in every single way. Okay, so, oh, excuse me. The way that this is going to work, again, as I said, for those who are joining us, first session is pre-recorded. The exact steps that I teach to get channels to really blow up. Teach proper strategy so that you can use them on your channel. I'm going to talk to you about the 3 Ds of YouTube. You need to understand the 3 Ds of YouTube in order to get anywhere. We're working hard. Let's work smart now. And that is what this entire session is all about. Okay, so a couple of things. Firstly, I'm going to carry on going as long as I've got internet connectivity and as long as I got coffee remaining in this mug. I am telling you, I live in Texas, and besides tornado warnings that we get every once in a while, well, today we got a heat warning. So what's that going to do to my connectivity? I have no idea. But as long as that's alive and it's up and running, I'm happy to come back for the Q&A, and then you and I will kind of chat and we'll do all of that. If you don't have vidIQ, totally cool. Hang out with us. You'll learn a lot. If you want vidIQ for absolute free for 30 days, that's a month. I mean, a month changes your channel completely. Have a look in the description below. I'm pointing. Go look in the description below. There's a link to vidIQ. Unlock 30 days of vidIQ Boost, the full package, and you can see what value you get. After that 30 days, if you feel like, look, I'm getting enough value, but not really, well, then just use the free version. We have a free version especially for you. Use it. By the way, with the Boost package, which is the one we're giving you in the description, you also have access to our entire academy, where we have so many courses which you guys can get access to for free so that you can learn everything we're telling you. You know, our success is your success. We just want to help you, which is why we don't charge for these courses. Hey, Magdalena Helen, thank you for being here. We don't charge for these streams. We don't charge for our blog. We don't charge for our Facebook group, our Discord server, none of that. We just want to give you as much information as possible so that you can rock your channel. And again, remember, you want to be out here. Hey, Octorius, did I miss you again completely? Yes, Octorius is here. Yes, good. Thank you. All right, all the teams here. So remember, sub for subs, not going to cut it. We'll all just wave you goodbye. By the way, if you're bored from this session or you're saying, hey man, this guy talks a lot, he should really get to the point, you can also leave. That's not a problem. We're here to help real YouTubers who want to hang out. YouTube is a very lonely world, making videos in your room and then hoping for the best, and everyone's saying, why are you wasting your time? Well, we don't believe it's a waste of time. This is why we have an awesome community. You guys are here, and this is what we're here to help you. So if you don't have vidIQ, go and grab it quickly before we get going. We've got a couple of minutes to go. Then remember, if you're into podcast, and you should be, by the way, I have a great podcast coming out tomorrow. It's called Tube Talk is the name of the podcast. Again, link is in the description. And tomorrow is all about this exact topic. Hey guys, I'm listening to a lot of experts, but I'm not winning. What am I doing wrong? Well, we deep dive into all of that. So go and check that out. And then next week's podcast is all about a huge channel with over 5 million subscribers. Oh, and it's a great story, and we'll get into that next week. So lots of places from vidIQ to give you lots of values. We just want you guys to succeed. And I don't want to see in the chat, I've only got 100 subscribers. I've only got 10 subscribers. There's not only. These are 5, 10, 15, 100 people, 1,000 people who are willing to invest their time in you and your channel. There's not, the word only needs to disappear. How do you get better at YouTube? You get better by understanding YouTube, understanding your analytics, understanding your audience, and improving a little bit with every video. This is what we're all about. So with all that in mind, I'm going to have another sip of coffee. We've got 2 more minutes to go. Thank you for being here. Lovely to see all these people from around the world. I saw someone from Singapore was here, which is pretty cool. I really wish we can get back into real world travel again. One day we can do it. But for right now, we're being safe. So let's get this pandemic to be over, and good time for us to really focus on what we want. So this is great. I'm going to have a sip. Yes. Okay, so by the way, thank you for hitting that subscribe button. I thought just hit that subscribe button. I'm probably going to butcher your name completely, so I do apologize in advance for doing that. Who's from Africa? I saw here, gaming with, what? WBM is from Africa. Hello, we're from Africa. Africa's pretty big, as we know. Okay, good God Gaming, hashtag pizza. Yep, you know that's coming up. All right, we got 1 more minute to go. We're ready to do this. Okay, so let's get into learning mode. Today's session is not sub for subs, it's not hacks, it's not tricks to kind of get you to manipulate YouTube. It's about understanding what YouTube wants so that you can do it, and then YouTube will send you lots of love, lots of attention, lots of eyeballs, and then you start converting those into subscribers. This is the entire YouTube game in a nutshell. And I'm going to tell you the practical steps of what you need to do to be able to get those views, get those subscribers. It's all there. I'm going to show you exactly what I do. I'm going to show you what I did on my channel. My channel went from 7,000 subscribers to 170,000 subscribers just by doing this exact thing that I'm about to tell you. Just seriously, very critical stuff. I've seen so many people struggle, and so many people are just getting ridiculously frustrated. They're about to give up YouTube, but it's only little things that can make a huge difference. I'm going to show you all of that. This is why we called it the complete A to Z, or A to Z, depending where in the world you're from, of what you need to do. Because we all know the theory. Let's get practical now, guys. Let's really get going and understanding what you need to do, where you need to focus your attention so that you can rock those channels. Okay, yeah, coffee is important. I don't know who's just said that, but I agree completely. From the Philippines, we got people here. So we got people from India, we got people from Oklahoma, yeah, from where's TZ? TZ? Tanzania? New Zealand? No, I don't know. I'm wrong completely. Okay. So I think we're ready to do this. Everything is in check. Everything looks good. I think we're ready to go. If I don't hit the wrong button, or, well, the internet doesn't melt in Dallas today, probably it's going to be one of those things. Nigerian Canadian, the official game. Nice. Love from India. Hello. How are you doing? Okay. Pakistan, Kenya, Nairobi. Okay, look, guys, everywhere from around the world. And this is what makes this stream awesome, because it's all YouTubers getting together who just want the same thing, to level up their game. Guess what? If you got 1,000 subscribers, you want 2,000. If you got 500,000 subscribers, you want 1 million. And you know what? If you got 1 million subscribers, you want 2. Everybody wants that next step. And I'm going to show you how to get that next step. Whether you got 1 subscriber now or 100,000 subscribers now, this will apply to you. So put our thinking cap on. Let's get ready. Make frantic notes. First session is pre-recorded, and then the second bit is when I come back on, and then you and I will have a chat. We'll do lots of Q&A, lots of fun, until I run out of coffee or my internet dies. One of the two, or my voice goes. So one of the three, I suppose. Okay, you ready? Let's do this. So I'm going to do the pointless countdown, which I do absolutely every week for no apparent reason whatsoever, but it kind of breaks the ice between... never mind, you get it. So let's do this. So I'm going to put my hand on the button, and... Hello, Ghana. Hey, Ghana, Africa. Lots of Africans in the house. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. Ready to do this? In 5, 4, 3, 2. Never mind. Let's just go.
vidIQ.
vidIQ.
vidIQ.com.
Hello, everybody. Welcome, and thank you for joining us for another vidIQ training session. My name is Liron. I am the Director of Customer Success here at vidIQ, which means that every day I work with creators big and small, helping them level up their channels, get more subscribers, more views in less time. And that's exactly what I'm going to do with you today. Now, today is not about theory. It's not about making good thumbnails, because we know all of that. And if you missed out on any of that information on the vidIQ channel, which you've just subscribed to, if you haven't already, we have so much value, so many videos about those particular topics. You can go and consume them at your own time. But today it's not about that. Today it's about the practical steps. You know, the thing at vidIQ is a lot of us have our own channels. We're all creators, and therefore we understand the frustrations that you go through as a creator. We've all been there. We all know the frustration of filming a video, spending time editing it, uploading it, and then nothing happens, or a handful of views. Ridiculously frustrating and almost like demoralizing. Do I really want to do this YouTube thing? So that is what today's training is all about, the practical steps. Now, if you don't have vidIQ, that's perfectly fine. You can still hang out with us, no problem. If you are here as a way of saying thank you, in the description below, there's a link to the vidIQ tools. Go and download them. And then for the next 30 days, it will just unlock all the beautiful goodness that's in your channel. And believe it or not, there is goodness. And I'm going to show you how to tap into that. And that's what these tools are about. They're about unlocking that frustration, unlocking the goodness that you have, unlocking the way forward. How do you build your channel? How do you grow? How do you get your audience? And this is what I'm going to show you today. So YouTube is made up of 3Ds. And when you can unlock all 3 of those, that is when magic happens. That is when your channel really blows up. It happened to me. I can tell you from firsthand experience on my channel. So this is critical stuff. And that's why I want to share this with you. Very excited to do this. So the first D is all about discovery. If YouTube doesn't know about your latest creation, it could be absolutely mind-blowingly amazing. Well, it's not going to discover it. And therefore, people are not going to know about it. Therefore, people are not going to find it. And therefore, it's going to remain with very little views. And again, we're going to go deep into all of this. So the first D is about discovery. The second D is about delivery. Are you as a content creator delivering value to your audience? YouTube looks at that. So what I mean by that is, are you using clickbait to get people just to click and then they don't like it and they leave? Are people loving your content so they're watching so much more of this and they're commenting and giving you those thumbs up? That's important. And that's the second D. It's about delivering. And then finally, the third D is about distribution. When you get those first 2 right, YouTube looks at those signals and says, okay, got a video here. It's being loved by its own audience. Let me go and distribute this to a bigger audience. Let me go find a new audience for this video. Oh, and when that happens, that is when you get those fresh new eyes on those videos. And that is when your subscribers grow. And that is when your views grow. Okay, so where do all good YouTube videos begin? They begin in the kitchen. Of course, that's where all good YouTube videos begin, right? If I tell you right now, stop what you're doing, go to your kitchen, go to open up some random cupboards, take up some random ingredients, mix them all together, and then stick it in your oven. What are the odds that a beautiful pizza is going to come out of that? Probably not much, right? But if I tell you, hold on, don't grab random ingredients. I need you to grab the following. There's some tomato sauce, there is some flour, there is some eggs, there is cheese, there is olives, there is whatever. And I give you the steps and I tell you these are the steps to get the dough going. And then you get the sauce and then you get the cheese on top and then stick it in the oven for this temperature, for this long. Then what are the odds of a beautiful pizza coming out? Beautiful and amazing. The way we all approach our videos is the first bit. We take our camera, we run out, we shoot hours and hours of video, we come home, we drop it onto our computers, we edit it, we copy and move scenes around, we add B-roll, it looks amazing, we slap a title, slap a thumbnail, upload it, and then hope that something comes out of that. Hope that a beautiful pizza comes out of that and people love it. That's not going to work, is it? But that's why I want to focus today on the exact steps that you need to take to follow the recipe. Follow the YouTube recipe. Like we did with our pizza, I want to give you the exact those steps that you need to do for your next video. Okay, so it's going to get good. There's lots of information. It's going to come at you fast and furious. Again, if you don't have vidIQ, it's in the description below. Grab it before we get going. This will be available on the replay. So in case you missed anything, or I speak too fast, or you need more information, no problem. Don't worry, after the session is done, you can come back to this. Okay, so now that we have pizza in mind, and a lot of us are going to get hungry round about now, well, that's good motivation to go through this training with me. So you ready for this? Let's start off with making a video pizza. We're going to make a video about pizza. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go to my search bar. This is where I start. I start by putting in my word or my phrase, and the first thing I want to understand is the landscape. Now remember, we're using pizza here. Of course, this will work for absolutely anything else. I just want to show you an example we all understand because, well, you get this basically around the world. So let's have a look at this. So pizza is my key phrase. I'm going to make a video about pizza. I'm not really sure what yet, but I know that that's what I want to focus on. So vidIQ reveals a whole bunch of information. Highest view video, 28 million. Okay, that looks good. Top creator is a channel called Tasty. Okay, interesting. But look at this, volume. The volume here is 82. It's in the green. What does that mean? It means there's lots of people who are actually searching for our particular key phrase, our pizza key phrase. Do you go out and make a video immediately? No, because you got to look at competition. And you can see the competition is very high. What does that mean? Lots of people are searching for pizza related content, but there's also lots of channels, lots of videos delivering. So therefore, it's going to be very, very difficult to make a video just about pizza. So do we just give up? No. Here is where this tip comes into play. Now, this is important. This actually will change your research. We're going to do this. We're going to go out here to our search bar, and what we're going to do is the alphabet walkthrough. So pizza space A, B, C, D. What is it showing you? It's showing me autocomplete. In other words, so many people have searched for the word pizza and dough recipe that YouTube makes it a little bit easier for the next person to start typing pizza space D. We assume they're going to go for this dough recipe. Oh, look, there it is. Dough without yeast. Pizza dough recipe without yeast. How does this help us? How does this help us as content creators? Well, this is a good indication of what people are searching for. If people are searching for pizza dough recipe without yeast, that gives us a beautiful direction for our video. We're going to make a video about pizza dough, and we're going to use the word dough, recipe, and yeast, because those seem to be the popular words. And remember, we're only on the D. E, F, G. Look how many titles come up here that you can actually use for your video. This is where you start really understanding YouTube search. So remember, YouTube is a search engine. What do you do in search engines? You ask questions. So don't forget, don't just do the A, B, C, D walkthrough. Go to the beginning of the phrase and then type in the what. What pizza looks like around the world? What's pizza to your body? What pizza is the best? What? Where? When? Why? How? Okay. And all of a sudden, look at this. How Pizza Hut makes pizza. How pizza rolls are made. How pizza is made in Domino's. What does this show you? It's telling you what people are currently searching for. Go and make your videos based on these. That's how you get those initial eyeballs, those initial reactions, because you're answering somebody's question. Autocomplete is a beautiful way to understand the YouTube algorithm and what people are currently searching for. If you can marry up a video title to a query, that is where you win. Remember, we're still in research mode, okay? So let's have a look at this video. This video, it says, the best homemade pizza you'll ever eat. Views, 19 million views on this. So by most indication, 19 million views is a good views for your video. I mean, we all would love 19 million views on our videos. But does that mean that this channel is winning? In other words, is this a good video for this channel? Because remember, this channel has got 18 million subscribers. So is 19 million views like a regular video for them? Or is it a real video for them? Well, let's find out. So 19 million views. Here is what the problem with views is. Views doesn't take time into account. In other words, this video was launched in 2018. Did it get all of its views right at the beginning, or did it take years to get to these numbers? Did it take a day, a month, a week, a year, 3 years? How many years did it take to get to this 19 million? Why is that important? Because it tells me about relevancy. Is this video relevant today? So, for example, the iPhone 1 or the Samsung Note 1 phone that came out. Now, I'm a tech geek, so I'm going to use technology examples. But let's just say that video came out of the iPhone 1. When it came out, millions of views on those videos. But is it still relevant today? That's the question. How many people are still searching today? If all you saw was that this video has got 19 million views and you went ahead and made a video all around this topic, well, you're going to be missing the boat here because this might not be relevant today. So what do? We'll show you something called VPH, views per hour. And essentially what views per hour is, it's telling me right now how many people are watching this video. So as you can clearly see, there is still lots and lots and lots of interest in this particular video, in this particular title. And in fact, if you look at historical trends, You can see it was doing okay, and all of a sudden, boom, a big surge. It's obviously the times that we're in, people are interested in making homemade pizza, and therefore this video is getting all that beautiful momentum. So remember, evergreen content. This is another example of something that was live in 2018. And look, it just was okay, and now just picked up traction. So very important to remember the evergreen content. So when you launch a video, don't panic straight away if it doesn't get those beautiful views. You just never know when your time will come. This is 2 years later, and look at those numbers. Beautiful, just popping. So again, a total number of views doesn't indicate if it's a good video today. So we show you views per hour. Very, very important. The next thing we look at is, did they use any Reddit? So there's a couple of Reddit instructions, a little bit of Facebook going on here, but look at this. This is beautiful. This tells me that, remember I asked you earlier, 19 million views on a channel with 18 million subscribers. Is this okay or not? Is this a great video, a bad video? Well, we'll tell you that. The compare views in the first 28 days tools is exactly the tool that you need. Because if you have a look at this, you say, this video, I want to compare it to this channel's average. This channel's average is a little pink at the bottom. This video is the one in blue. After 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, 7 days, so now we can see. After 7 days, this channel typically gets 122,000 to 194,000 views on a video. But this video got a 2.6 million views in the first 7 days. What does this tell me? It's telling me this is an outlier video. This is an exceptional video. And therefore, I am absolutely going to research this video, the title, the thumbnail, the description, the tags that they used, look what it's ranking for. I want to understand all of this so that I can make my video as close to this as possible. If YouTube is currently suggesting this video, and it's an outlier video for this channel, well, I am one to be able to get in on that. Now, this video tells you more. This tool tells you more. Not just this channel's average, you can actually look at your channel's average. So this video compared to your own channel's average. This video compared to the last video you watched. Any video, any playlist, any channel, and then the competitor's average. And I'll show you that shortly as well. So, very powerful tool. It tells you exactly what you need to know. This is a good video. Lots of views per hour. Trending topic. Still relevant today. I am absolutely going to investigate this if I was making a pizza video. Remember, we're still in research mode. We're still in the first D, that first D of being discovered. So we may have some title ideas. What about thumbnails? What should we be going after? Well, in research mode, we still want to be discovered. We go to the vidIQ tools on the left-hand side, and there's something called competitors. Click on that, and this essentially loads up all the people who are doing similar stuff to you in your industry. This, for us, this is the people that we work with, people that we attend events with, other YouTube teachers here, and we want to understand what's going on. Now, why is it important? Because YouTube knows that we don't watch one video about one item and then go make a buying decision. We watch multiple videos about the same item. Therefore, what we want to understand is what's going on in the industry. What are our competitors doing? Remember, this is sorted by views per hour. So I can see which topic is getting more attention. I want to see what their thumbnails are like. Are they still good, lots of text, still faces? What's their titles? Are they long titles? Are they short titles? All this gives me good indication. Am I still on the right track? Now remember, in your industry, it's going to be different people. You have to load up yourselves, the people that you look up to, people you want to work with. And when you see it, you start getting a good picture and a good idea. Now I'll tell you what else it does. YouTube is all about trends. YouTube knows that when a trend comes out, it becomes a hot topic, people are talking about it, people are researching it, and therefore it's going to serve more and more content. So imagine in this industry, if we saw that everybody's talking about a specific topic, a specific YouTube tool, maybe something new has come out, and our competitors have started talking about that, well, of course, we're going to understand that, and we want to get in on that action as well. In your industry, it's going to be exactly the same. Maybe everybody is starting to talk about the upcoming big vacation or the upcoming big holiday in your country. Maybe it's Mother's Day, whatever it may be. if people are starting to talk about it, it means the industry is starting to talk about that particular holiday. In other words, search results are coming in. In other words, you can start jumping on this. So it's a good way to keep an eye on your competitors, keep an eye on what they're doing, what are they saying, what do they look like, and is there anything that you need to change? Don't go and copy them, because obviously that's not a good strategy, but go and understand what's going on. Know your competitive landscape. Very, very important. So that is competitors. Go and load up a whole bunch, and the value here is insane, especially when it comes to trend. Because trend is where it's at, the next tool I'm going to show you is called the Trend Alerts. Now, Trend Alerts, this is very important. Trend Alerts changes your channel. Here is why. You give it an alert name, and then you say, here's my keyword. So basically what I'm saying to vidIQ is anytime somebody makes a video with this keyword in from any of these competitors or from the whole of YouTube, when that video gets more than, let's just say, 1,000 views per hour, remember, per hour, not in total. When that video gets more than 1,000 views per hour, each week, send me a report that looks like this. Now, why is this important and how does this change channels? Well, what will end up happening is you'll see that a certain style of video has gone from 1,000 views per hour to 5,000 views per hour to 10,000 views per hour. Okay, something is happening. Something's happening over there. I need to understand that. Because it's going to be your keyword, so it's going to be related to your industry. You know what those big keywords are. And as soon as you see them, you know that you want to jump in on that action and get in on the trend really, really, really early on. So many channels have changed completely because they realized that a certain keyword has become hot, is just starting to roll. They've seen channels go from 500 views per hour on a video to 1,000 views per hour on a video to 5,000 views per hour on a video. Well, it means there's a big hunger for that keyword. Could I make a video with that keyword? Could I make on that topic? And if you can jump in on those trends really, really, really early on. Remember, we're still in the D for discovery. We've done our research. We've done the what, where, when, how. We've done the alphabet walkthrough with our keywords. We have seen which are cool videos. We've marked them so we know to go back to them and research them. We've seen what our competitors are doing. Our trend alert sets. The next thing is most viewed. And essentially what most viewed is everything that's going on that's happening on YouTube right now. Now, before you tell me, yes, there is the trending page, very well aware of it, but this is different. Do you know why? Because this sorts out the hot videos on YouTube sorted by views per hour. This video is getting 300,000 views per hour. This video is 146,000 views per hour. So why is this important? Well, first of all, you're in the YouTube game. You need to know what's working on YouTube as a whole, even when it's out of your niche. And here you can see that certain topics are working really, really well. What's the thumbnail like? How clean is it? How much text is there? What is their titles? Is it long? Is it short? All these questions you need to be asking all the time so you can understand how clean these are. Look at this, just something I can pick up immediately. There's no text. Look at that, very little text, if any. Big bright colors, and these are kids content, and they're still doing well on YouTube. Again, even this, Chadwell Clay, great channel, no text. Marquez Brownlee to do with technology. The only text here is the $3.99 the price. You're learning all the time from what's going on. Now you can take it a step further. What you can say is, look, love this guy, but he's got a channel with millions and millions of subscribers. It's nowhere near where I am. No problem. You go down here to channel subs and you can change it. You can say, show me only channels that are in the bronze, 10 to 100,000 subs, or 100,000 to 1,000,000 subs, something closer to your world, so that you can learn what's working in that industry, in that subscriber range, and make videos accordingly. You can also do research here with search terms, the various categories, the various countries, and all of this helps you with being discovered. And that's the most important thing, doing that research before you touch that camera, before you rush out and spend hours of your life making a video that is not going to get those views. Spend the time rather doing this here. Okay, so we've seen the videos. We've looked at our competitors. We have done our research. We've looked at what's trending. We've looked at what's working on the whole of YouTube. We looked at it in our research mode. We're now armed. We go and create our video. Okay, now that we've got our video, what do we do next? Okay, so you've done your video, you've uploaded it, and now it's time to feed it all that beautiful, juicy information in your titles, your descriptions, your tags, and your thumbnail. So let's look at these tools. The most important thing for me when it comes to YouTube is the thumbnail and the title in combination. Not in isolation, but together. Why? Well, here's what happens. When somebody's doing a search on YouTube, they perhaps will scroll down and your thumbnail has one mission: to get them to stop and go, "Oh, what's that?" And then they glance over and they look at your title. And together, they're either going to decide to click or not to click. A great thumbnail with a rubbish title is not enticing enough, and vice versa. An amazing title, but with a thumbnail that doesn't get somebody's attention, also not good enough. They're not going to stop and click, but it's got to work together. So this is one of the greatest tools. I love this completely. It's called Preview in Search Results. This is brand new, and this will be a game changer as well. So what do? We want to understand how will my video look like when other people are doing a search. So let's just say the question is how to get 1,000 subscribers. So let's write that in. How to get 1,000 subscribers. And I'm going to say preview and search. Now look what's going to happen. We're going to come up here. This is the video. And this shows me the videos, other videos in this industry. Now we're very lucky because our next video is actually a vidIQ video. So I am asking myself the question, will this thumbnail get people to stop and click compared to the other videos around it? That is beautiful. Also, I get to see everybody else's titles. I can make changes right here. And not only can I make changes to the title, I can click on preview changes. It would actually change it right here as well. So now I can constantly am optimizing my video to be discovered. So remember I said it's your thumbnail and your title in combination, because that's going to get someone to stop what they're doing like this and go, "Oh, what's this? That is colorful. That's got text, got information. I want to click on that." Now remember, it shows it to me on the search screen, but we all know that home screen is pretty big on YouTube too. That's where a lot of people are finding their information. So now it shows me, look what my icon looks like, my graphics look like on the home screen. Look how it just stands out. All the colors, and that's why people click on this video. And again, I can see this on desktop, I can see this in tablet mode, and I can see it on mobile as well. I want to make sure I'm continuously optimizing my search results, because this is where you win. It's about understanding what your thumbnail and your title look like together compared to the people above you and the people below you. Because as soon as you can get someone's attention with an amazing thumbnail and a great title, this is where you win the click. I love those preview results. Go ahead and use them continuously. You can search for any phrases. We can optimize it here. How to get 100 subs. Let's just say that's get the results there. Okay, now you can see we're very similar to this. So if I was going after the first 100 subs, I will perhaps not use the same thumbnail because it's too similar to this. I would use, another vidIQ one. See how different that is? And that's what you want. How to stop somebody's attention to be able to go, wow, what is this? Click. Now, remember that YouTube knows what your video is about. It's got enough AI systems to understand the content. It's automatically captioning your videos. So it's got all this data. So title and descriptions and your tags simply augment what YouTube already knows. It makes sure that it allocated it correctly. So we always want to write for humans. Don't try keyword stuff this with lots of keywords just to try and get YouTube algorithm to jump around. That used to work back in the day. It does not work anymore because YouTube's smarter than that. So write for people. Write in a way that somebody will want to click. Your description. Put some effort into your description. So give a great opening line because that's the preview line that people will see. And then now timestamps. Make sure you spend time putting in timestamps. YouTube is experimenting with new features. There's things like chapters. we're going to see more and more of this come into play, especially as we go towards voice. So make sure that you put in timestamps into your videos, helping YouTube help you. So when someone on Google does a quick search of how to double down on quality or quantity, well, maybe this is a good enough phrase that YouTube will recommend this video. So you need to spend time and effort in here. So which keywords do you use? Well, this is where tags come in. So whilst tags aren't as important as they used to be, you absolutely still need to be using tags. So you start typing here Mother's Day, and here you can already see a whole bunch of Mother's Day related tags that pop in here. So let's select this one, but watch this. Okay, click into here. Now we've got a whole wealth of information. Now what we can see here is Mother's Day gift ideas, but look at this. We also show you the related keywords. We show you the most used keywords, the search volume, the competition, the overall score, and all of these are basically searchable and indexable so that you can go through and say, well, which tags do I want to use? Mother's Day gift looks like a good one. And simply click on the plus button and it will add that tag. All of this information simply helps your video to get better classification. And even though tags by themselves don't matter, when you feed the beast, it helps you with your video. So many people are just ignoring tags altogether, and that is a big, big mistake. It's all about building those relationships between your videos and other videos, other search results, and tags help you do that. Okay, so use your tags. Now, the big thing here is, when do you make your video public? When do you launch your video? So YouTube looks at various factors. And when it knows about your video, it knows the content, it knows what your title is, it knows what your thumbnail's like. What it doesn't know, if it's a good or a bad video, it has no idea. So it looks for signals. And one of those signals is, do people watch when you make it public? So the best way to do that is to launch your video during a time when people are actually online. So this tool tells you that. Best time to publish, broken down by day. And it knows that if I'm going to launch a video on a Wednesday, my audience happens to be online between these times. So I should probably launch my video just before that, so to get all that upwards traffic as people are joining. This is an important signal. If you make your video available and people are watching it instantly, YouTube says, oh, there must be value here because people are watching, and they're watching for more than 50%. So I want to be able to translate that into maybe trying with another audience. And that's where distribution starts to happen, because YouTube is getting all these glorious signals to say that this is a good quality video. And that is how you unlock distribution. So launch your video when your public is online. And a good ninja tip here is, try not to launch whenever you can schedule a video. What I mean by that is, you can schedule a video to launch on the hour, or every half an hour, or even every 15 minutes. Or so 9, 9:15, 9:30, for example. But if you launch your video at 9:48, it's such a weird time that no other companies schedule their videos to launch at that, because you can't. So now you have an opportunity to stand out amongst those notifications. Less notifications, more odds. The odds are much better that your subscriber actually gets the notifications. So just a little bonus tip there. As we scroll further down, a lot of vidIQ SEO scores that are right here. We've even got the checklist. Let me make sure that I've done everything. Have I got a card? Have I got an end screen? We don't enable monetization, so I'm obviously going to see the X. Have I shared it on Twitter, made it public, etc.? So we're just keeping you on track, a nice little running track to make sure that you're ticking all the right boxes and ticking all the right marks here. Okay, so we've done our research. We're going to get discovered. We've done the first D. The second D is that we have now launched our video. We've launched it at the right time. And now we hope it's up to YouTube to distribute that video as much as possible. We're obviously going to help it along with social media and our own efforts to get the video seen, but we're hoping the YouTube algorithm kicks in. Well, YouTube rewards people that deliver. So it's quality over quantity. How do we know if you're delivering? Well, this is where this tool comes in. It's called the Channel Audit tool. Now, this is the tool I was missing when I was building up my YouTube channel, because I needed something that I can push a button that will tell me what's working and what isn't working. I don't know about you, but I don't want to spend 10 hours of my day trying to decipher little numbers and exporting reports from YouTube Analytics to try to work out what's working and what isn't. I want to push a button, and this is what this does. The channel audit does exactly that. It says, okay, over the last 30 days, is my channel growing or shrinking? So I can see views, subscribers, watch time. If it's going up, great. If it's going down, why? Did maybe I have a viral video last month and don't have one this month? Okay, so I understand. So it gives me that information. The next thing I want to look at is content to double down on. And essentially what that means, this is content that you need to make more of. People love this content. It's broken down into views per hour. Which videos are giving me views per hour? How many views per hour does each one of these videos give me? What's the engagement rate? What's the views? Subscribers gained. How many subscribers per 1,000 views? So it gives me an idea of what's bringing in my subscribers to my channel. And now I know that if people are loving this content, make more of this content. Simple as that. And down here, total watch time, average watch time, top retention. These are the stuff that YouTube loves. And YouTube rewards you for it. So if you can mix these together, find the trend on your channel and see what works and make more of that. You'll very quickly discover these certain elements that your channel, that people love, and these certain channel stuff that they don't love. So for example, in how to make the best pizza recipes, maybe you're going to make 5 different pizza recipes, and every time you use the word pepperoni, it doesn't rank up here. Because you know what? People didn't love that. Where do you see it? In the content that could use work. This is the stuff that didn't really work too well. Well, why not? Lowest average watch time, lowest retention, lowest like ratio, lowest views, videos losing subs. What does that mean? Well, people didn't really engage with our content. Why not? Do we just not make it? No, we go and we understand why these things not work. What's going on here? Could we do something better to improve it? So things are always going to be up here. So pepperoni lands up down here. Don't make pepperoni recipes. Only make the stuff that works up here. Now another section in the middle is called the top search terms. What are people searching to get to your channel, to get the information? What are the click rates for your end screen? The card click rates. What does all this tells you? Well, these are the search terms. So if I make more videos with these search terms, guess what? More views, more subscribers. End screens. You can see how when I'm referring to certain elements in my end screens, they're working better than other end screens. The call to subscribe on our end screen isn't really working. We're not getting much out of this. But best for viewer seems to be doing a lot better. Channel seems to be doing a lot better. On your cards, polls, look at this. 71% of people are engaging in polls. We're going to make more polls. Playlist is doing okay, not so bad, but not as good as polls. So we're going to use more polls in our videos. So you see how all this information really helps you understand the second D. Are you delivering? Because when you deliver, that is when distribution happens. And remember, this is for 30 days. We can even drop it down to 60 and 90 days. I always look at this on my personal channel between 30 days, and then I look at it at 90 days. I want to smooth out any highs, smooth out any lows, and just get an idea of what's actually working. So I look at my content to double down on, look for those trends, what are the search terms, and what didn't work so well. Down here, well, I see a little bit of information. I'm using a lot of characters, but look down here, items to improve upon. Here it says to me, okay, there's videos without cards. 12 videos don't have an end screen, and 6 videos are not added to a playlist. I can go into each one of these and instantly fix it straight from here. So it always keeps a good housekeeping in check. Channel audit tool is it's almost your savior. It's the best thing that you need for your channel because it's the unemotional version that tells you what's working and what isn't working. So now we have done the first D. We have been discovered. We have done the second D. We are delivering. We're spending lots and lots of time in our channel audit tool to understand what's working and what isn't working. And we're constantly giving our audience the stuff that's working. They're loving it. They're giving us subscribers and they're giving us views. That is what it's all about. And when you do that well enough, once you spend a lot of time doing this, you're going to go into your achievements and you're going to start unlocking achievements. we've unlocked the 500,000 subscriber achievement. And don't worry, this is customized for your channel. So if you haven't hit a certain achievement, don't think you have to wait till 500,000. But now, why this is important? Because when you unlock an achievement, you generate a certificate. And this certificate is a great way to help build your audience. Here is why. When you have an achievement and you share it on Facebook, on Instagram, on Twitter, on LinkedIn, wherever you share it, people are going to say, wow, I'm part of this journey. Your audience is part of that journey. They love being part of people's journeys. They retweet, they like, give you a shout out for being successful. Well done. And that grows your community because other people see this and go, oh, I didn't know about this vidIQ channel. Let me go check it out. There must be lots of value. This is social proof that everything works and has come together beautifully for you. So spend some time in your achievement. Understand what you're breaking into. Share those certificates. Be excited about it. And then look at your top performing months. What are your targets? Use that as a bit of a motivational thing. Can I reach my goals? How many more days am I away from reaching my next milestones? We take care of all that for you so that you are proud to share your successes. And when you do, make sure you tag vidIQ on your social media. So we're happy to retweet. We're happy to celebrate in your success and your milestones. And we're back. Okay, so you got to admit that there was a lot of information coming at you fast and furious. There's a lot going on there, guys. I saw people in the chat saying, how do I get more subscribers? How do I get more views? Blah, 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 blah. Well, that was the last 45 minutes, was literally telling you how to go viral, how to get subscribers, how to get views, how to get watch time, all of that stuff. It's literally here. If you are here for a quick hack or a quick way to manipulate YouTube, well, you're in the wrong place. It's just not going to happen. And people want these short, quick answers. Oh, just do this and you'll blow up. It doesn't work like that. I just want to be clear. You've got to put in the work. Whether you have vidIQ or not, it doesn't matter. The work you still have to put in. But then you might as well put in smart work and actually help yourself. So, okay. Octorius says there isn't a quick hack, sadly. Tell me about it. Yes. And that's the thing, is that if we had a quick hack, I promise you we wouldn't be chatting to you. I would be on my own channel with 5 million subscribers because I've got a hack. It doesn't work like that. No quick system in the world is going to help you with this. And anyone who tries to do bots and sub for subs and all that other buying stuff, that illegal stuff, YouTube discovers it. Do you think we're all smarter than YouTube as a platform? Not happening. So stop doing that. Anyway, okay. So this is the beginning part. It was pre-recorded so that you can go back and watch it when we're all done here. Let's go put in some question and answer time. I just want to address something. Nads, you were put in timeout by accident. That wasn't me. And I did I did tell the YouTube guys the vidIQ guys to respond to that previous person. So that was on accident. So I just want to be that for the record. Now, you're all cool. What he said was completely unacceptable. We don't tolerate that nonsense here. Okay. So let's get going. So here's how we're going to do this. How are we doing Q&A? The way we do Q&A is you go at vidIQ and then you ask a question. I'll pick up the question. I'll answer it. Lots of people will ask more questions and I'll pick up the ones that I can see. If I miss your question, I do apologize. They do go through quite quickly. So let me start off by starting off with, okay. So okay, see, this is difficult. So FAZ3 Faz Poly, I think is trying to be. So I do comedic gaming. Should I change my name to something more fitting? Yes. You see, the thing is, you need to be memorable. Like, that's the point of a channel name, is someone's going to go, who was that funny guy who did this? Who was that awesome girl who did that? Who was, you need to be able to be memorable. And the closer that your name or your channel name is to what you do, well, it just tells you this. So a cool family vlogging channel is called the Ohana Adventure. Now, that's a name. It's called Adventure. The Ohana means family. People will make that connection. But if they were called something else, like Rando Channel, you're not going to remember to go there. So obviously, try and make your channel name fitting to your content as best as you can. If you can, Yeah, that's possible. All right, Darren's general info. If you have 100 likes and 50 dislikes, will my video be recommended? Because people have heard say that YouTube only promotes videos that people like a lot. Yeah, no. Okay, so let's kind of deal with that. Basically you're saying, do thumbs up and thumbs down actually matter? They do, but they don't. Here's what I mean by that. This stream has got a whole bunch of thumbs up, which is awesome. And if you guys haven't done that yet, now is a great time to do that. And it's got a couple of thumbs down. And if you want to give it a thumbs down, feel free to do that too. Does it affect the way this video is going to perform? Not really. Does it have some impact? Yes, but it's so low on that list that it's not really a deciding factor. YouTube doesn't, okay, this is critical. YouTube doesn't work on a scoring system where it says, if you do this, this will happen. If you do this, that will happen. It doesn't work like that. YouTube looks for lots and lots of signals. It looks for watch time. It looks for retention. How quickly did people click? Did they rewind your video and fast forward? Did they pause? Did they drop some comments? Did they give you a thumbs up and a thumbs down? Did they share the video? All of those together tell about YouTube. So when you have trolls on your channel and they're going to thumb down all your videos, you know what happens? Well, your channel just won't pop up on their feed anymore because they've told YouTube they didn't like your channel. Okay, so now they're not going to see it. It doesn't affect your channel. However, I mean, look at it, a way to prove it. YouTube's most disliked video is YouTube Rewind. It's got the most thumbs down in history. It was trending at #1. So because people still watched the video, they still rewind, they still share it, they tweeted it, they Facebooked it, they did all of those signals. So YouTube got all those signals and said, okay, well, this must be a good video. The fact that it's got the most thumbs down didn't impact its performance. Keep notice of it. Be aware of thumbs up and thumbs down, because those are signals to you to say, hold on, people really didn't like this content because lots of thumbs down or more than my usual. Maybe I did something wrong. Let me go investigate that. Use that for yourself. People give you lots of thumbs up on a video. Maybe they like that video more. Go use that as signals to work out what your next content is going to be. Okay. Right. AK Edit says, what category does an editing channel lie in? Category for an editing channel could be in a how-to, it could be in science and technology. Don't stress too much about the categories. Essentially, we're kind of suspecting that YouTube uses those categories more for advertisers as opposed to really dealing with your content. YouTube has changed a lot since YouTube started. It knows what's inside your video. It understands captions. It understands the content, understands your title. So it doesn't need a category to really know where to place you. So typically it's for a lot from advertisers. When they want to advertise a product on a how-to channel, they go and select how-to. So good question though, because a lot of people are confused about that. Right, Exploded Animation YT says, I make good videos, but no one seems to notice my channel. Awesome. What's your title like? What's your retention like? What are you doing as far as research? How many hours a day are you spending researching your next video? Or are you just making animation? Are you a copy of some of these other big animators like James from The Odd One Out? Or are you doing original stuff? It doesn't matter. See, YouTube's unemotional. It doesn't care how many hours you spent. It doesn't care that you missed a birthday party because you were editing. It doesn't care about any of that. It just cares about the signals. So when you launch a video with a rubbish title, and I'm not saying yours is, this is general. If you launch a video with a rubbish title and a rubbish thumbnail and you didn't do any research, you did called a Let's Play Part 1. Well, who's searching for that? Right? So you're not going to be this. It could be the most amazing and incredible video, but who's searching for I died on level 3? Nobody. But if you said 5 ways to beat the boss on level 3, okay, maybe somebody else is stuck on level 3 and then they kind of want to go check that out. Do you see what I mean? It's about marrying search and then marrying it with your video. And then as you're growing, but now remember, we're going after a search strategy. As you're getting bigger and bigger, YouTube has data on you. Then you're going after suggested, and then you can play a different game with your titles. But if you're under 50,000, you want to get those eyeballs immediately. And again, 50,000 is just my thumbsuck number. When you're small and you don't have enough data on your channel, go after search. Go do the autocomplete hack I showed you right at the beginning, and then just apply that to your channel. So you can have an amazing video, But if you haven't been the first D, if you haven't been discovered, not happening. Okay. Let's go to the next question. So, Ploppy54 says, at vidIQ, is it better to fill out the tags to the limit or select the best ranked one? I'm of the opinion that feed the beast. So wherever YouTube gives you an opportunity to tell it what your video is about, like as in titles, thumbnails, tags, descriptions, all of that, give it as much information, but make it relevant to the video. When you go and you spam your tags and you say, you throw in all the big channel names and you throw in big ranking keywords, even though they have nothing to do with your videos, YouTube can see that, and then you're fighting against yourself. Do you go up to the 500 limit, or do you do 3 or 4? Tags are just not as relevant as they used to be. Do I personally still use tags? Absolutely. My view is simple. If tags weren't relevant at all, they had zero impact, why did YouTube bring them into the new studio as opposed to getting rid of them when we left Classic? They brought it in for a reason. So I still feed YouTube with information. Okay. Sanesh the Gamer, I get to the top search results, but I don't get click-through rate, and I think my thumbnails are attractive. I use the correct tags and titles. What can I do to improve? Get somebody to look at your thumbnails. Get somebody to give you an unemotional view of your thumbnails. Compare your thumbnails to your competitors. And you say you're getting to the top of the search. Well, what does that mean? Are you number one in search and people are not clicking it? Then it's your thumbnail. Maybe it's your title. Maybe it's not attractive enough. Use the vidIQ tool if you have it. Well, you should, because you can get it for free in the description. Go and get it. Use the thumbnail tool that we have, and it basically, you put in your title, you put in your thumbnail, you press the preview, and it shows you what your thumbnail looks like compared to your competitors. Would somebody click on yours versus your competitor? That's a simple game. And once you get that right, you get it right. And I saw Destiny was in here as well. 3 to 4 hours a day on thumbnails. A lot of us spend 5 minutes on thumbnails. It's an afterthought. That's the difference between a successful channel and a not successful channel. You've got to get that click through. Okay, I'm refreshing my question screen, so I probably would have missed a couple of your questions. Just simply ask them again, but I can't obviously take questions whilst. Anyway, you get it. All right, Fix 4440 has spammed the chat. Please don't do that. Just ask your question. If I don't see it, then ask it again a bit later. I do Fortnite Save the World videos, but not much people play Save the World, so should I switch to a different game? I think you've pretty much just answered your own question. If you do a video about something that nobody cares about, yeah, well, change your game. All right, let me refresh again. Tyler Howell says, Howell? Okay, shall I copy popular vids? Absolutely, people love copies of other people. I'm being sarcastic, okay? The reason people are successful on YouTube is because they are unique. The reason we say YouTube is not saturated, the reason we say that it's never too late is because you are you. You're not Casey Neistat. You're not Peter McKinnon. You're not Preston Plays. You're you. What do you bring to your channel? Why would I want to watch you versus one of these others? I don't want to watch a Casey copy. I'll just watch Casey, right? That's the whole thing. I have a technology channel. Now, arguably one of the more saturated niches on YouTube at the moment. The top guy, Mackay's, has got, 5-6 million subscribers. So why would I even compete in that game? Because I'm not competing. I'm not trying to copy him. I'm doing my thing the way I want to do it. And people are resonating with that. That's the whole thing. Bring you to your channel. It's so critical. People want you. They don't want you to be a copy of somebody else. Okay, let's move on. Keep Calm Gaming says, what is the best thumbnail maker? I don't have a thumbnail maker per se. I use like Photoshop and a lot of these things. If you're not good at thumbnails, try Canva, canva.com. They've got a whole bunch of thumbnail templates. Of course, you can go to Fiverr and you can commission someone to make you a bunch of thumbnail templates as well. Okay, let me refresh. Oh, okay. Yeah. Carl196 has a great point. He says, we review thumbnails on our Discord I beg your pardon. Sorry. We review thumbnails in our Discord server. There's a link there. You can join it. It's for free. You upload your thumbnails and people can comment on it. Thank you, Cal, for making for dropping that link. Okay. Silas and Cyrus says, hi back. I am changing my channel name to 55th Comedy Street. Yes, that's the name, not where I live. I do not even think it's a real place. The stuff you were saying applies to that as well. The stuff you were saying applies to that as well. About changing your channel name? Yeah, look, 50 Silas and Cyrus and Silas and Cyrus is a name that somebody will remember. 55th Comedy Street, also cool name, and they got the word comedy in it, and therefore it kind of links to your channel if that's what you do. So yeah, it probably will apply to what I was saying earlier if it's the same thing about changing channels names. Okay. Daisty, D-E-I-S-T-Y, Daisty. Sorry, I did warn everybody up front. All right, if YouTube isn't a job in my country, what should I do? Should I leave my country? Dude, I definitely cannot tell you to leave your country or do this for a living. If you can't get monetized in your country, I think that's kind of what you're saying, because YouTube isn't a job. YouTube isn't technically a job anywhere. It's on YouTube. You could do YouTube from anywhere. I've done it in 3 different countries, 3 different continents up until this stage. So you can do it from anywhere. The question is about monetization, brand deals, all of that good stuff. So you just have to do that research. I definitely can't tell you if you should leave your country. Okay, let me refresh again. Let's do another one. Okay, Cat Slade says, thumbnails. I use caps in my titles and thumbnail text. Is it too much? Does it seem like I'm shouting at the people, or does it attract attention? Would love some feedback. I personally use caps in my thumbnails. I think they grab people's attention more. It doesn't come across as shouting, and people are less sensitive than kind of you think they are. Like, oh my God, I'm not watching this video. It's got shouting in it. It doesn't work that way. If your thumbnail's awesome and people want to watch your content, they will. Your thumbnails has got one job only: to make somebody stop and look at your title and decide whether they're going to click or not. That's it. So if you make your thumbnails attractive and you make your titles clickable, people will click on it. There's no problem using caps. I have a problem with people using too much text, where you can't even see what's inside the thumbnail because it's got text absolutely everywhere. That's more of an issue. Using caps, no, I think that's perfectly fine. Okay. Lala here says, why would a popular, easily searched video become unsearchable even when the exact title is searched? The only way to find it is with a direct link. Okay, so you might have an issue on that particular video. Are your other videos discoverable, or are they not? Then I would actually send a message to YouTube, ideally on Twitter, or I use Twitter because they tend to respond there a little bit better. But what you could try to do is change up the title to something else, do a search for that, see if that works. Remember, it takes a little while from the time that you press the save button on a title change for it to come up in search engine. Also, make sure that you search for it incognito mode, so it doesn't take your own history into account. Beyond that, is your video obviously not marked as private or unlisted, and it's a video that's available to the public. But beyond that, maybe if you've done all of that, maybe there's something wrong with the actual video. Hit up YouTube for that. Okay. Right, let's talk comedy. Lots of comedy in the house today. This is awesome. If I'm just starting a very small viewership and I use keywords with less competition, should I use keywords with less competition? If you're just starting, what you need to do is do your research. Go find topics of cool, popular channels. What are they talking about? What's trending in the news? And then start applying that logic to your titles. I got a good friend, Chris Turner. He does freestyle rapping in comedy style. He's great at this. He'll check out what's going on, whether it's political, whether it's news, whether it's entertainment, and he'll see how he can weave that into his titles. So definitely go check out that channel. Chris Turner is his name. Okay, let's do some refresh a little bit more before my voice goes completely. All right, Captain Crazy, what to do after 100 subs? What to do after 100 subs? You make more videos. What do you mean? What do? You look at your data, you look at your analytics, you see what's working, and you make more of that. If you're winning at 100 subs, carry on. unless there was a different type of question which I missed. Cat Slade says, I have a free version of vidIQ, but I'm going to try the free boost to try full. Yeah, brilliant. Try it for 30 days. Seriously, commit 30 days. It's not a long time, but it's a great time to make serious changes on your channel and see what it will do for you. You'll love it. It's great. Just D says, I have a video getting views from browse feature. Then it slowed down overnight and starting to pick up some views again. Is this a good sign? Yeah, absolutely. YouTube works. I often see in my analytics like kind of this wave thing. No, I'm not breakdancing. This wave thing. And what that means is that YouTube has fed out your video and then it slowed it down again. And then another cycle came and it's fed it out again. It's looking for audiences for you. It's trying to find who is going to connect with your video. And if those audiences start to connect, and they start to watch your videos more than 50%, and they're watching more more content on your channel, then YouTube will pick it up again. So that's great. You want to be in that position. By the way, it will slow down again, and that's okay. Just expect it. Don't get disappointed. And then it maybe pick up again. It may pick up again 3 or 4 months later. It happens all the time. This is why I love YouTube. You don't know what's going to happen. Once you've put it out there, anything can happen. It could go well, it can go poorly. But you know what? A couple of weeks later, a couple of months later, a couple of years later, things start to pick up again. The video that blew up my channel was 4 months old. I completely forgot about that. And then YouTube picked it up again. So that's the big thing. You cannot, it's not a sprint. No, it's not a marathon. It's not a sprint, it's a marathon. You know what I mean? It takes a while for stuff to get going. You cannot do it now for now and get despondent because, oh, that didn't blow up overnight. Most channels take years to really get their success and find their feet. The problem is we keep seeing in social media the 1 or 2 unicorn channels which overnight got to 1 million subscribers. Well, those are pretty rare. Okay, DIY Crafts says, if I've got a very bad performing video in the first few months, can those videos recover? Definitely, definitely, definitely. Yes, yes, yes. And if it's bad performing videos, change the thumbnails. Then change the titles. Then change the thumbnails and the titles. Then put the description. Play with those videos. There's nothing wrong with changing things up, especially if they're not performing. If they're not performing anyway, what's the worst that will happen? They'll not perform again. So what? But if you change your thumbnail, change your title, maybe you picked up a good keyword that's currently trending, then it could pick up again. Okay, and by the way, on that note, if something is performing very, very well, don't touch it. Only stuff that isn't performing, go and play with it again. Okay, Keep Calm Gaming says, with gaming, is it best to do a live stream or recorded videos and upload them? I don't know, depending on your audience. Everybody's audience is different. Preston Plays does a lot of live, but he also does a lot of pre-recorded stuff because he knows his audience, depending on his channels. You've got to really understand your audience, which is why I always say experiment. Do 3, 4, 5 videos that are live, then do 3, 4, 5 videos that are pre-recorded. Look at the data. What are people enjoying more? Do those. Okay, cool. Fat Moose Gaming says, lots of gamers as well. How important are end screens? Huge, huge, huge. I'm not even reading the rest. Huge. Part of my niche is 21:9 gameplay, blah, 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 which does not support end screens. You see, the reason that 21 by 9 gameplay, the reason that end screens are super duper important for every single channel is because you want to keep people watching more of your content. When people watch more of your content, it sends more good signals to YouTube. It tells, hey, this viewer over here loved this content so much that they watched not 1, but 2 and 3 more videos because of your end screens. Well, guess what happens? When this person fires up YouTube the next day, YouTube will recommend one of your older videos that maybe they haven't seen yet. So you want to keep people watching more and more on your channel. This applies to every channel. By the way, most of the stuff that I'm talking about applies to every single channel. Just because we used pizza as the example in the training, it applies to gameplay, fashion, travel, vlogging, tech, whatever. It's all the same thing. Okay, let's do some more. Hold on, one more sip of coffee before we end this, before we lose voice completely. Good time to give the stream a thumbs up if you want to. That's also cool. All right, let's do some more. All right, Octoria says, how many keyword phrases do you advise we embed in the description, both above and below the file? I reckon I hit 20 in my phrases naturally. That's great. No, so, okay, good question. Keywords are important, but keyword stuffing is bad. So if let's just say your video is about the, I don't know, the Pixel 4a, the new phone. So I've just launched a video about that, shameless plug, but I just watched a video about that. I use it a couple of times above the fold, and above the fold means what the stuff that people can see. And then I use it a couple of times below, but it's got to be natural, like Victoria says. You don't go Pixel 4a, comma, 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 and just stick a lot of words in there. It's got to make sense to the human. But the important tip here is use your keywords in your playlists. So if you have a playlist called the Pixel playlist, I put in my description, hey, for more Pixel phone tips and hacks and tricks, go check out the Pixel playlist. And I put a link to the Pixel playlist. What does that do for YouTube? It tells YouTube, hey, this video is inside this playlist. In the description are more videos from this playlist. YouTube then recommends more of those videos to people after they finish watching the video. So great question. Use your keywords and your phrases. Use them naturally. Don't spam YouTube. 20 may be a bit much, but if it's long, and by the way, don't forget to use synonyms. So if you're using the word car, use the word vehicle, use transportation. YouTube's AI understands synonyms as well. So don't go car, comma, car, comma, car. Okay, let's do some more question. Okay, sorry, let me do this. Editor plays, I'm assuming. How do I promote video without any social media and grow? You could use email. If you can't have access to social media, use email. That's a good way to promote it. Friends and family always work. Drop them a message on WhatsApp or whatever instant messaging program that you use. Say, hey, launch a new video, give it a watch. Don't you guys want to share it on your social media? So just you got to be creative. If you don't have access to any social media, use that. Use things like Reddit and subreddits. Be very careful. You got to learn the ropes, how to do those. Lots of opportunities for you to rank your video, and go ahead and make sure that you comment on other people's videos, but add something to the conversation. Don't say, great video, man, watch mine, because, well, people are going to mark you as a spammer and finished. But if you say, hey, love this video, you've covered 10 amazing tips, I really like the one when you said whatever. You don't even have to link to your video, because people will naturally go, oh, that makes sense. Who is this guy? Who is this girl? Click, and then go back to your channel, and then they'll see what you've got on. So you can use that as a good strategy as well. Okay, let me refresh again. Any more questions? Nope. Shameless plug to Never Gaming. Yeah, well, it's got to be done. All right, Tyler Howell says, how do I make end screens? How do you make end screens? There are lots of templates out there that are available. YouTube itself has got templates. Go and check those out. And then do some searches of how to make an end screen on YouTube. And there'll be lots of videos for you there as well. Let's do one more or two more before my voice definitely is going to go. Gamers Adventure World says, what if people from the West are currently watching my video in the Middle East? What time should I upload? Well, vidIQ has got an upload time tool, so you can actually use that, and it will tell you when your audience is online. Also, YouTube has an upload, a time tool. It's under Audience Analytics, Audience, and then it tells you a little graph showing you when you should upload, when your audience is on. But if you don't want to do any of that, go look at your analytics. Go and check out what your geographic regions, where are people coming in from, and then work it out. If someone's coming from the West, around 9, 10 o'clock, they're probably going to be ready to watch some content. So on a Monday, I wouldn't do it like at 8 o'clock because people are getting ready for work. So, start using that kind of logic in mind, or just use the analytics. If you want, again, everyone who doesn't have it yet, in the description, grab vidIQ now. 30 days, you get it for free. Go and use the tool, and it's got an upload time tool as well. But it's also got the channel audit tool. And the channel audit tool is what tells you what's working and what isn't working on your channel. And you simply make more of that content. Okay. Let's just see. Mine King is basically someone who doesn't need to hang out here. So what we're going to do is we're just going to remove him completely. Hold on. Let's just take care of all these spammers because, spammers, well, nobody's got time for that. Lala here says, has YouTube removed poll card features? Yes, they're going to remove it, but it will still be available in your community. So if you got access to the community tab, you still have polls. And heaven help them if they remove that, because we love the polls on that community tab. We use it a lot. Oh, it's going to be great. Okay, one more question. Keep calm gaming. Is it best to do a premiere or to upload straight? I personally don't like premieres. We've seen them very much underperform. Some channels love them, so I like to do a normal upload. Rescue Force. Will copyright claims on my cover songs will affect my application to the YouTube partner program? We actually have done a whole video about that. It's on our channel. Go look at the vidIQ channel and then do a search for that. We actually go quite deep into that topics, what qualifies you and disqualifies you from it. So go and check it out, because it's not yes or no. There's a whole bunch of stuff that goes into it. Okay. Why am I losing subscribers? Says Dive Inside Tech. I have no idea. Go look at the channel audit tool and then go see why your videos are not performing and what the problem is. Click that button and it will tell you how to fix them. So you can simply do more of that. Okay, any more? Oh, okay, cool. Dive Inside Tech is spamming the chat, which is, we always love that. Well, not really. Okay. Oh, right. Polycomedic Gaming. Follow-up question. What do you think of Poly's comedic gaming? Okay. It's not about me. It's about your viewer. Go look at your viewer. Go look at your audience. Maybe do a community poll if you have that. What do you guys think is a better representation? Ask them. Send an email out. Do a survey. Talk to your audience. See what they think. That's who's important. It's your audience, not some random guy in a vidIQ t-shirt. It's your audience. That's the most important thing. You're making content for your audience. Okay, I'm done. My voice is gone, and then my coffee is done, and you guys have been awesome. You've been hanging out here for a while, so really thank you. If you don't have vidIQ, go and grab it down in the description below. Seriously, use it for 30 days and see what it does to your channel. Go listen to the podcast. We've got amazing podcast, amazing guests. Really, we go deep dive into like a 40-minute deep dive into monetization, analytics, how to get ranked, how to go viral, how to work with brands. Even if you're a small channel, you can still work with brands and make money that way. By the way, much more money than you're going to make on AdSense. Go and check all of that out. All those links are in the description. Join our Discord, join our Facebook group, and have these kind of chats more than just once a week. We're there constantly. The community is awesome there. People are very supportive of each other. Go and join. Come and join us, basically, because it's all there available free for you. These are good resources. Come and join us. Hang out with us. You'll see slowly things start to change. If you have the mindset that I'm going to succeed, and you set goals that are attainable, and you actually take action. Just saying I've watched every live stream. We see this all the time on these streams. I've watched the live stream and nothing's worked. Well, nothing's gonna work until you do something about it. Someone has said that they've done everything and their channel's not working. Had one quick look at their channel, they've done none of these things. So they say they have, they really haven't. I put a channel art on, yeah, and it's the wrong channel art. My titles are great. No, they're not. So go and do the right stuff. Go and rewind this training. And again, I'm not being harsh. I'm being realistic. YouTube is about a process, a realistic, simple process. But if you can't skip steps and then go, oh, I made my pizza, but I skipped the oven part, I'm sure it's fine. No, it's not going to be fine. You've got to do the steps one at a time. And when you do those steps, things come together. And maybe you put too much salt on your pineapple pizza. I don't know if that's a thing. Maybe you set the oven at the wrong temperature, but you're getting all the steps. And now it's about adjusting and fine tuning. And that's eventually is where you win. You guys rock. Thank you for hanging out here. I appreciate it. I apologize if I didn't get to your question. As you can see, there's hundreds and hundreds of questions. We'll do it at the same time next week, and hopefully we'll get to your question at that stage. We're only human. There's only so much we can do. Give you as much as I can, and now my coffee is done and my voice is kind of gone. So I guess that's it for me. On your way out, make sure you hit the thumbs up button. If you didn't dig it and I missed your question, feel free to hit the thumbs down. We'll be okay. We'll survive without you. Guys, we'll catch you on the next episode. And as Rob Wilson likes to say, enjoy your video making day. Hey, mods, you guys have been legends as always. Just seriously, I cannot do this without you guys. Really appreciate it. Sorry about the pineapple pizza. Whoops, I don't know what I just started there. Guys, Tenembra Gaming, Octorius, Carl, Magdalena Helen. I'm sure I'm missing people. I hate missing people here. Kate, thank you for being here as well. Rescue Force, appreciate you. There's Magdalena Helen. I knew she was here. Right, guys, girls, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages, thank you for hitting that subscribe button and hanging out here. Next training is next week, Wednesday, same time, same place. If you subscribe to vidIQ, well, you'll get that beautiful notification. We hope you get the notification. You never know with YouTube these days. Anyway, I'm going to go now. Bye-bye.